Ooh, their famous bowl
I
is not
love
that
it.
bad.
And I love their pot pies too. Their pot pies
Oh,
are
yeah.
so good.
One moment, I need to.
But like I've never really been a big KFC person.
Mhm.
The grease does not
Settle
get
well
along.
for you.
Yeah.
Lee's famous recipe, however,
Yes. Yeah, their chicken is a hell of a lot better.
it's not greasy. It's not any of that.
Like, I don't care for white meat on a chicken. I like the dark meat.
Oh,
But
yeah, it
Lee's
has more
white meat.
flavor.
Oh yeah, but Lee's white meat, I'll eat that because it's whatever they do to their chicken is just
Their their seasoning is absolutely phenomenal. But
Mhm.
welcome to unsupervised and undercaffeinated. The undercaffeinated right now is me because my cat broke my coffee maker
Oh.
with a full fresh pot of coffee.
Oh, no, not the
Send your
sacrilege.
pictures.
That was in lieu of a
Terrible.
blood sacrifice, I guess.
Maybe.
Uh,
We'll see if it works the same.
I'm scared as to what it's going to do.
So am I. But
Listen, it could be a bad omen. You don't know.
Yeah,
We'll find out.
we will.
hey,
Makes me nervous.
TPK.
How about no?
No. I put too much
Anyway.
time and effort into these characters.
With
Oh,
how
yeah,
much
no,
work I
we-
put into Volpace? No.
It's okay. I
No,
have the backup ready.
I always have
No,
backup ready.
no. Temperance will be the only survivor.
Yes.
I don't have a backup ready yet.
I
Honestly,
can have a backup ready, but don't you dare make me.
He's afraid of my backup character. It's okay.
Your backup character scares me. And in a
Maybe
different
that's
way
what I should do.
than Gimbal scares me.
I'm
Maybe
so
that's what I
excited
should
about
do.
it.
Oh, those are good. How
Mhm.
dare you?
I'm so excited.
If
Notice
I do
how
need a backup
covered the
character, I
name
am
of it.
bringing Gimple in,
Yeah.
dude. There's no
You're
ifs,
not.
ands, or buts.
No, you're not.
I will make a character to terrify you enough into keeping Volpace alive. Don't test me.
Hey, I've already got
Obviously,
that one.
Obviously, the ADHD is strong with us tonight. We are all very neurospicy tonight.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm just trying to avoid doom, okay? If I keep you distracted long enough, nothing bad can happen.
True.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
And remember, folks, everything comes back to roses.
Today just because.
I don't have
Fox-
to. That's part of my actual name.
Oxfall, everyone dies.
No.
Don't you mean
Fortunate.
Briar's Fall?
Oofa. Oofa.
Briar Woods fall. If only I could get the okay from that other group to do that to you guys.
Oh, please do not. We've already provided enough fodder for evil bad guys from our backstories.
Well, tonight is going. It's going to be like the tail end of the needing therapy. Hence the title. We don't need no stinking therapy. But let's get to it. Oh no.
What's up?
Okay, good. Not your end, my end.
We might have a few technical difficulties tonight.
All of our technologies have been on the fritz today,
Yeah.
but So you guys would like to do a recap first.
Not it.
I did it last time.
Hey, I guess I can go.
Yay!
Let's see what he remembers.
Yeah. It's a very good question. I mean, I watched part of the VOD last night, but only very specific parts of it. Alright, so last session began with the whole party coming out of a maze that we had spent the previous 2 sessions in, and behind us the maze kind of just collapsed back into the forest as if it had never been there. None of us really liked that, but we moved on and found a resting spot. Volpez and Arletto talked for some time while the forest whispered random concerning things around us for the first watch. After that, Tenacity and Temperance had a conversation, although I don't remember what, if anything, the forest did while they were talking. And, well, Bloodworth and Rowena were on third watch. Some form of black moss tried to grow out of the forest to attack us, but Bloodworth waited until the last possible second to stop it. After we all woke up and discovered that there was a strange black moss that hadn't been there the night before, we continued on our path towards deeper into the forest, where we came across a series of archways, underneath which stood a strange-looking old man who told us that we needed to give him something in order to gain passage. I believe it was Tenacity first gave something, an anger associated with something in his past. Bloodworth, I believe, gave something, but I don't remember exactly. And Arletto gave a dagger that he had kept for quite some time that had a lot of very volatile emotions surrounding it. The party continued because we only needed 3 to gain passage, and under the next arch there was, I believe, some form of image symbols. I don't remember exactly what they were. Temperance interacted with it and got a extra spell slot, I believe. And was that the only person who interacted with it? I don't remember.
Brom poked it. Nothing happened. Not Brom. Bloodworth.
Yeah.
That he shared anyway.
Yeah, that we know of.
After that, we continued to the third archway, which had a strange door sitting just in the middle of it, a freestanding door with a.
Might be froze.
I can see you moving slowly, and I could hear you.
Okay.
We came to a third archway, which had a freestanding door standing in the middle of it. One side was dark and twisted, I believe, and then the other side was more lighter and more outwardly inviting, but closed. Lopez went through the darker door and spent quite some time there according to his perception, although to the rest of the party it looked like Lopez had walked through and then immediately got thrown back out no more than 5 seconds later. Volpez led the rest of the party, grumbling a bit, and then after as he said something leaving, the other side of the door unlocked and opened. I don't remember exactly what he said, but... And we stepped through the door to find ourselves in a small glade with a gravestone labeled as Shiloh, the child that we came to find. And there was, I believe, a raven or other bird in that clearing, but that's where my memory starts to break down with the stuff that happened afterwards, where we saw where the players got to see a little sneak peek of Shiloh in a what's the word? In a prison with the Raven Queen, and a brief conversation between them, which resulted in Shiloh getting freed and sent back to the town of Kinderkeep, I believe. Does that seem
Yeah.
like I got the most important?
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
I could barely remember past what I was saying as I went through that, but
At least on my end, I am much confusion. I am turning off my monitor.
let me take a look. Yeah, stream is showing the thing it's supposed to be showing.
Title card?
No, the stream is showing the archway.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be showing the
So-
title card?
Nope. We're right.
Okay.
Oh, it's just mine that's being funny.
Okay. Yeah, the stream is showing the archway.
Okay. All right. So that is where we are going to pick up. That is the wrong session. Do you guys want to relive last session?
No.
No.
Last session was great, but I don't want to get through it again.
Figured that'd be the consensus. So on the back side of that clearing, you guys see this archway. About 12 foot tall, 8 foot wide, glowing green with tendrils and mist coming out, smelling like a mix of rot and decay, of rot and lilac. And it appears to be the only way through.
Yep. I do have it in my notes that last time, Tenacity had asked us what we intended to do, like us as a group, as a party. And everyone answered essentially the same. We're going through that portal.
Mhm.
We're going to save the
All
kid.
right. What is the marching order through?
Temperance is last because she had stayed behind at the grave for a second.
Mhm. Tenacity went, I believe, first, or was near first.
I'll be right behind Tenacity.
All I remember is Rowena was sticking close to Temperance.
Mm-hmm.
Arletta wasn't really caring where he's put. He's still very much out of it from giving up that dagger. Even if by now the actual effect might have technically worn off, I don't know. He's still very much out of it.
All right. You guys step through from Shadowfell, and as you step from the cold stone frame of the portal, the world shifts. You emerge beneath a lavender sky stuck in endless twilight. The air hums with the scent of overripe fruit, and silver grass shimmers underfoot. Thorned trees weep sap like amber tears. Shadows stretch long, whispering secrets in a language only dreams remember. A soft breeze carries the distant sound of sobbing, subtle, rhythmic, like a lullaby no one dares finish. You have arrived in the autumn court of the Unseelie Fae. A faint golden mist curls across the forest floor. The wind stills. No bird song dares intrude. A figure appears from between two leaning birch trees, not emerging, but arriving, as if it had always been there, and you simply forgot to notice. Cloaked in layers of rust red, saffron, and twilight brown, the figure seems woven from the season itself. The robes shift like fallen leaves in water, never still, always rustling, but without breeze. Atop their heads sits a mask carved from ancient petrified wood, its grain twisted into the semblance of a face, almost human, but off. Two wide, sloping antlers rise from either side, tangled with wind chimes made of bone and amber, softly clinking with a sound like drying vines snapping. Where eyes should be, golden sap leaks, slow, slow, luminous tears that trail down the mask like melted starlight. When they move, their hands are slender and long, ending. I didn't edit that very well. Their hands are slender and long, ending in bark-colored fingers tipped in ivy green. With every gesture, the nearby leaves lean toward him as if listening. He carries no weapon, but something about his presence prickles your instincts. A stillness that suggests not peace, but patience. What do you guys do?
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Well, oh, front of this weird parade, what are you going to say?
I'll be honest. I was lost in the beautiful description that I don't remember what's in front of me right now.
The beautiful description is the person, and apparently Tenacity is drooling.
Okay. Okay.
Once session ends, I will send the full art to him, to you guys.
Hmm.
Um. Hello. We are travelers just passing through. Are you the guardian of this forest that we currently stand in?
I won't make him bigger. Doesn't really say anything, but as you speak, the golden sap from his eyes thickens, trailing further down the mask. One drop hits the mossy floor and vanishes, absorbed like blood into thirsty ground. The antlers tilt slightly, casting spiderweb shadows across his cloaked shoulders. As you meet his gaze, you feel he isn't looking at you, but through you, measuring the weight of your memories. also trying to find the dialogue I have for him. Because I was big brain and didn't put it in the same spot.
Yes, the best idea. Putting up your character details.
Are we allowed to cross? Or do we pay toll?
You are in the court of the autumn. Here there is only one way through. And that requires an audience with the queen herself.
Queen.
Queen? We're going to meet the queen?
Oh dear.
Eventually.
Did you hear that, Rowena? A queen! We're going to meet the queen!
Yes, I heard we were meeting a queen. I'd love to meet the queen.
Volpe is silent. Just silent, sizing this man up
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of. He's still in recovery mode, so he's not fully present. Arletto's in recovery mode, so he's not fully present. So the two of them are concurrently besties.
All while Bloodworth is just trying to figure out when they're going to meet the queen. That's his only concern right now.
My only concern is you in specific meeting the queen. I don't trust it. The way
And why
you
would
perked
you?
up has me. The way you perked up has me nervous. That while you are playing some sort of warlock, you seem to have some bard tendencies there.
A little bit.
So,
Mhm.
what do we need to do to seek audience so that we can roam the lands legally?
Well, obviously no one just walks up to the queen. They must be deemed worthy by the forest itself.
Oh, does
That's it.
one become worthy from the forest?
There is, and you notice as he talks, he's talking very slowly, very thoughtfully. There is a grove in the forest where the trees bear a particular kind of fruit. All you have to do is go and retrieve one of these.
Can
Let the
I
trees
make an insight check? I want to know if this dude is trying to screw us over.
Go for it.
Okay. Insight. Beautiful.
Outside of character. Oh, great. More tests of character.
Mhm.
When he mentions the "you must be deemed by the forest itself," Arletto mutters just loud enough, probably for those around him to hear. Great, more sentient woods.
You just hear temperance. Fruit? I like fruit.
Tenacity got the 24 insight.
So with that, you can tell, like, granted, obviously there's some fake bullshit going on, but he is being as honest as he can. As honest as he's willing to be. But he's not out to, how'd you say, what were your words? Swindle?
Mm-hmm. Screw us over was the correct term.
Yeah. He is not out to screw you over.
Are there multiple fruit that we have to choose from?
There are multiple trees in the grove. Each one bearing fruit. And each one a different kind of fruit. Matters not which one you grab. Just bring one back.
Guys, I think we should go pick some fruit.
You're too excited about doing this task.
Let's just say it's a curiosity for meeting said queen.
Mhm.
Volpe is immediately suspicious. Just glances over at Bloodworth,
Mhm.
narrows his gaze. It's just the one eye just staring at you.
Is it a menagerie of trees that make up this grove, or are they at the center of said grove? And how do we find this grove?
He points down a almost like a deer path, not a very well worn path, and says, "As the trees begin to change, trunks withered and weeping sap, you know you've reached the orchard's edge. This orchard is the place where Fey regrets manifest physically. Here, trees lean together like mourners at a funeral. And hanging from their boughs are golden fruits, each pulsing with its own light. One could be glowing with laughter, another with grief, and another yet with wrath. But beneath them, shadows move even when nothing else does. And with that, he is gone as quick and as silently as he appeared.
Let's go pick some fruit.
Tenacity will start to walk forward and is going to shoot a look over at Volpes. Basically letting him know that he's mistrusting of Bloodworth's excitability.
The look Volpes gives you is that it's that look of just no shit, he's untrustworthy. I don't trust him either. Like there's like a mental connection between these two characters going, we don't trust how eager you are about this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is hard for him to conceal his enthusiasm when it comes to royalty.
So that's what they're calling it these days.
I mean, he is traveling with the Duchess right now, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Still.
Temperance is just skipping along with them, very excited about fruit and meeting a queen.
Meanwhile, in the middle of the line, Arletta's just muttering to himself, "Why did it have to be Faye? Why did it have to be Faye?"
Why couldn't have been butterflies?
Why couldn't it be just follow the butterflies? Yes.
And Tenacity will keep walking forward.
Bloodworth right on his heels.
Volpes following right behind Bloodworth. Just like, we're keeping an eye on you.
Can I make a roll to try and keep out for this described grove?
Sure. Make a survival check.
Okay.
I will assist, given Volpes' knowledge of forests.
Okay. Survival.
And now you have advantage.
Okay. Oh, I definitely needed it.
Was that a 1?
No, it was close. That'll be 15 survival.
All right. So, just starting off, like, these woods you don't know. These are new. These are also Fey, unseelie Fey woods as well. So things shift, things change, things try to confuse you. But I will let that roll ride for a little while. But the forest doesn't guide you. It listens. Trees lean just so, forming paths that weren't there moments ago. Their bark etched with knots shaped like half-remembered faces. The canopy above is a patchwork of amber and blood red, trembling with light that never quite matches the time of day. Sometimes the trail is overgrown with brambles that curl back at your approach, as if watching. Other times the road splits into 3 or 4, then seals shut behind you, like you've made a choice you don't remember making. As you breathe, the air here tastes old, not stale, but ancient, like dust off a childhood book or breath from someone long dead. You hear music sometimes, soft stirrings plucked from no visible source. A lullaby you've never learned but still recognize. Strange lights blink between branches, too slow for fireflies, too graceful for birds. Once a silver stag watches from the trees, its eyes full of sorrow, but never explains. Another time, a moss covered statue sits at a crossroad, its hands outstretched. Oh. Outstretched as if begging, but its face bears your expression just for a moment. I need a wisdom save from everybody.
Mm.
Oh, goody.
Both characters, right?
Yes.
Ha!
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
At least it wasn't with disadvantage.
26.
Okay.
Wow,
15.
fantastic.
Load faster.
Iron Jesus likes to take his time sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Dang,
Both
Rowena and
characters for me got a 12.
Block rolled almost identically.
I
Mhm.
know.
All right,
For
what was
being
your
out of
level?
sync this session.
What was yours, Tenacity?
15.
15. So, if you rolled lower than a 15, you lose track of time, whether minutes or hours, you're unsure. But for the next hour, you have disadvantage on investigation checks and and disadvantage against on saving throws against being charmed or frightened.
And that is both of
Yeah,
Torsten's
Rutlo.
characters and only Torsten's characters.
Mhm.
Rip.
Rat. Ugh.
Charlotte's been really good on wisdom saves all campaign.
I will also need whoever wants to make it an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will stay out of an insight check.
That's definitely gone. Okay.
Ah, yeah. Oh.
Ninja noises from those two for theirs. I just quietly roll an
23.
18. And another natural one! What
I
the hell,
know.
RNG Jesus?
You are so lucky you don't have this on this.
Thank you for putting them on the other side, my dear, but what the hell?
That's funny.
That's terrifying. It's
The new
taunting me,
master.
and I don't like it.
So Volpez, Temperance, and I'm guessing Tenacity all made one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was yours, Tenacity?
15.
15. Again.
Mhm.
So you guys can sense that that the forest isn't trying to mislead. It's asking something. Silent question or test of intent. The Autumn Court wants to know what you carry. Fear, guilt, longing, or something deeper. And this continues as you guys travel. Who would like to roll for your first travel encounter? D20.
I can. I got
Oh
it.
dear.
Oh
That
no.
D20.
Straight D20. Got it.
Yep.
8.
You've got this.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
So as you guys are walking, leaves start to fall upward into the sky. And for a moment, the trees vanish. You guys, individually, are standing in your childhood home or a memory close to it. But it's rotting and sinking into the soil. Bloodworth would not be mad.
No, Bloodworth would not be mad at all. He'd actually be a little bit happy.
Um.
What's that face for, Bubba?
hmm.
Dryad knows.
Why do I know?
Because
We
it's
got to
our
share a
home.
Well, it's our childhood home, so it's the first home we lived in.
Yeah,
There
And
are
you see
several.
there are several. Yeah.
You see it rotting and sinking into the soil. After you who don't know how long it's been, the illusion breaks and you're back in the forest. Sun still hanging right about twilight, where it doesn't seem to have moved at all during your time there. You guys continue on for a little ways, and Arletto, give me another D20.
Alright. D22. Oh boy.
I would say after that, Temperance probably moved closer to where her brother is in the lineup.
Bubba, this is one I read to you.
Oh no.
Beautiful.
So as you guys are walking along, each one of you see a shadow of someone you once lost walking ahead of you, just out of reach.
Oh no.
They never turn around, but their voice drifts on the wind. You said you'd protect me. Why didn't you protect me? You said you'd protect me.
Valpez is fingers, like he's clenching them into fists, his hands into fists so hard. He's bleeding.
After a moment, that illusion breaks.
Tenacity.
And tenacity.
Oh god.
Actually, no. Temperance. Give me one more D20. How y'all doing? How's all the characters doing with all this?
Rowena is now crying.
I have a question, DM. Is it up to me which person that would be for Arletto?
Yes, it is up to you.
Because
Mm.
the person who it makes the most sense to be is Ella, and that doesn't affect him
Yeah.
anymore that much. Because
Nope. It's up to you which person.
I'm gonna roll for it to see which person it is. One is Ella, two is him, three is her, four.
Particularly for Arletto and Tenacity, I am sorry.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Three. Okay. It is not Ella.
As
So-
you guys continue along, getting closer, you see the trees just starting to lean in like the masked figure said. A memory you forgot resurfaces. A bittersweet dream you must relive for 1 minute.
Oh god. Oh. Okay, so
I don't like you.
I'm actually gonna
What are
ignore that roll and say it was Ella.
what are what are everyone's characters doing right now? What's Volpez thinking? What's Tenacity, Temperance, Arletto, all of them thinking?
All I'm thinking is ow.
And that is what
Because
that's
of
what
the
keeping them
phrasing,
at bay.
because of the phrasing of it being bittersweet, I think Temperance is thinking about a particularly happy moment in her room, but it's deeply overshadowed because she knows what happens when she goes down the stairs after this moment.
For
Volpez-
Volpez.
Volpez's clenched fists are what's keeping this roll at bay right now.
Mm-hmm. His fists get a little tighter even. As he thinks of the last moment he was ever happy. Just before his father went for that hunt, and his mother held him, and they were in their home. The last moment of peace he ever knew. The last moment of happiness he ever knew. His last moment without pain. Oh, don't like you right now.
No.
I'll also say that Temperance is probably crying at this point. And
Okay.
she's like moving closer to Rowena away from her brother.
So
Yeah, Rowena is essentially like pushing herself right next to Temperance just because the memory that runs through her mind is the time she met Bloodworth, and she's just keeping her distance for right now.
DM. My
Yes.
first thought when you said that was it was going to be the memory he gave up in Shadowfell. Does that work for this?
That's what when you said you switched it to Ella, that's what I was thinking. That's why as soon as I saw the number, I said, "I'm sorry."
So of the three visions, the first one it didn't really affect Arletto that much. He barely remembers his childhood home. He left his childhood home when he was 14, which is roughly 6 years old in equivalent human years. So he was fairly young when he left his home, so he doesn't really remember it that much. So it didn't really affect him. The second one didn't affect him when it happened because the pain and the guilt associated with the person he saw calling out to him was lost to him in Shadowfell. But when the third one comes back, he relives that memory and he sees himself returning to the inn where Ella was, and he sees her laying there next to the bed, the dagger that he just gave up, not, what, 3 hours before? Something like that. Plunged,
Yes, 3-4 hours before.
plunged into her body as a portal to the house closes behind the retreating footsteps of someone. And he relives that, and it's too much for him. When he sees that, he full on collapses on the ground and goes into the fetal position. Because that was too much for him. After just losing that pain that he has kept for well over a century, and now just when he was starting to recover from losing that pain and losing that rage, it comes back and it's too much, and he collapses to the ground sobbing.
For tenacity, he's just learned news about his parents moments before having a conversation with the caretaker and then his sister. He is currently in this memory sitting at one of his favorite spots, and a woman is sitting there consoling him. And while he doesn't remember the anger, he remembers the physical acts that he did in the anger. So he knows that he was angry. But he does not feel that emotion. He has no tie to that emotion. He does remember, however, the anguish and sorrow and grief that was being masked by the anger, almost like the anger was his way of crying before he actually shed tears. And in that moment, um, tenacity will gently put his trident into the ground, 3 prongs face down, and he will hold it there. I'm gonna look at my spells real quick. Oh, I don't have it. He will look at the group and he will say, "We have dealt with a lot these last couple hours, and we have not had time to reflect. I know we are in pursuit of a promise that we just made with each other for this child, but I think in light of going on currently um, in this forest and what we dealt with before, I think now would be a good time for a minute, however long we need, of actual reflection. We don't need to talk to each other. We don't need to be near each other. Let's take a spot here in this forest and sit down and reflect. And when we're all ready, we can move on. And Tenacity will, trident still in the ground, sit crisscross facing the group, trident up against his calves. Or shins.
What about Bloodworth? We haven't heard much from him.
Yeah, Bloodworth is visibly angry from his bittersweet memory when making his pact with his Patreon. And after hearing Tenacity say his words, punches a nearby tree.
Reasonable.
Understandable.
Valid.
Volpeus goes behind a tree. He is no longer visible to anyone. And all you hear is just a cry of pure rage. It does not sound human. It is just something. Some creature is crying out in complete and utter, not red-eyed anger, but black.
Mm.
After the minute is up, and after Tenacity's words, Arletto is still sitting. He's sitting up now. He's not laying on the ground. He's sitting up, but he's almost panting and staring into the sky above them, and you can see him. He's drawn his dagger, the one that he still has, and you can see him essentially using the dagger as a stress ball, even though it's not designed as that. He is clenching the dagger. His knuckles have gone white with the force that he's clenching the dagger, and he's repeatedly gouging at a nearby tree with it.
Hey DM, I was not expecting trauma this game.
Hi.
This
Mommy?
entire game is going to be nothing but trauma.
I think Temperance, while she's crying and sad and really trying not to think about all the things that have been on her mind, she is going to, in the most avoidant way possible, kind of shake it off and focus purely on comforting Rowena so she can ignore her own shit and focus on someone else. So she's just like putting an arm around Rowena and just kind of like comforting her silently.
When Temperance does that with Rowena, Rowena ends up full on hugging Temperance as she's bawling her eyes out.
Okay, let it out.
You two are making the decision I already made for down the road so painful for me.
Oh no. Oh no.
I know things. I will be silent.
I don't like that you know things.
No.
I mean, to be fair, I can guess why you know things, but still, if I'm wrong, I do really don't like that you know things. Even if I'm right, I don't like that you know things.
I
I
drink
have
and I
no
know
clue.
things.
I have no clue what's gonna happen, but I don't like that. No, not one bit.
Mm,
After a while, Tenacity will stand up, unstick his trident, put it on his back, and will start walking away from the group, and then turn around to face the group to hold space just in case people need more time to process.
Volpez just walks out from behind the tree and just walks over to you. He's not looking at you. He's looking forward to where we need to be, the direction we need to be heading. And he just stands there with you.
After a minute, Bloodworth finally calms himself before walking up that way as well. And then, not a minute later, Rowena stops crying and lets go of Temperance.
So after everyone's had the proper whatever that looks like for them amount of time to process this, you guys get up, start walking towards the grove, and you see the forest seem to stretch that path out, and that grove suddenly becomes way out in the distance. You guys travel for a little while longer, not feeling like you're getting any closer to it. It's definitely starting to feel the mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion from everything that has happened today. Um, I'm assuming you guys would like to take a rest.
Mm-hmm.
Get that. Try to process
Right.
all this.
Yeah.
Sleep on this. Start fresh tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think we need to sleep. I'm feeling tired.
Me too.
Arletto doesn't say anything. He's just gonna follow almost mechanically whatever they're doing.
Tenacity will look to the group and say, I will take first watch. Someone wants to join me, that's up to you. You don't have to, but I will take the first watch.
Bloodworth will join you.
Volpez will take second watch. Who wants to join Volpez?
Rowena will.
Okay.
Arletto still isn't saying anything. He'll take whatever watch ends up getting assigned to him.
I'll take last.
So Arletto will join Temperance for the last watch.
Oh. First up is Tenacity and Bloodworth, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
My two bookends. Oh no. I will have to keep straight face very soon and
Good
not
luck.
giggle like a 12-year-old. Oh no. Oh no. So, Temperance. As you drift off to sleep, you begin to dream. You step through a shattered gateway into the ruined courtyard of Ashlight Academy. Fractured stone underfoot exhales a cold mist, and above, moonlight pools where broken pillars once stood. Each splintered column is veined with ivy, as if the academy itself mourns. In your hands is an ivory canvas, its surface trembling. Half-painted dragon breath flowers, scarlet and glowing, bleed into the white petals, pulsing like living arteries. A sudden crystalline laughter echoes. You spin, brushes clattering. You see your younger self perched on a broken fountain, sketchbook in hand. Her eyes gleam as she whispers, "Finish it before it's lost." Behind her, the mist parts to reveal Ambrose. His silhouette flickers in the moonlight, robes tattered but eyes steady. He holds a lantern carved with your shared crest, its pale glow illuminating a second canvas slung over his shoulder. He beckons you forward with a soft smile, then gestures back to the dragon breath blooms. Ink-black vines writhe across the courtyard walls, tips dripping obsidian ichor that smudges ancient runes. Heart pounding, you move toward the fountain, boots crunching over marble fragments. Rose falls and steps beside you, pressing a hand to his chest, as though he feels your fear and offers silent encouragement. At your side, the canvas ripples, flowers curling inward and turning to ash. Gray smudges swirl into thorny patterns, echoes of a cryptic sketch in your father's journal. Ambrose dips a brush into a vial of inky fluid, then presses the tip to the edge of your canvas, leaving a silver runic accent. New lilies bloom, pale, scarlet-veined, and the vines lash out, hungry to erase them. Together, you and Ambrose paint furiously, crimson cores, golden tips, umbral shadows. The veins regenerate faster, snapping brushes from your hand. Ambrose catches yours and steadies it, guiding a final stroke that seals the runes of protection. Desperate, you scoop ash and flick it onto the vines. The tendrils crack and shatter. Ambrose's lantern flare bathes the courtyard as the laughter fades. The vines lie broken. Moonlight flares and recedes. Your younger self and Ambrose share a nod of quiet triumph before fading. She, like mist, he like the last wisp of candlelight. You rise, heart steady, gazing at the radiant lilies and new runes at their base. The dream fades, leaving a single truth. With Ambrose at your side, your art and your bonds have the power to reshape reality. For my note takers, I will send you the entire document for these because these are their own documents.
Thank you.
Boy.
And they are long-winded.
Oh boy.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Rowena.
What?
Yeah, there we go. Correct page. As Rowena falls asleep, you waken atop the marble dais in Blackspire's Grand Festival Square. There, though here it shines brighter than memory allows. its columns of polished granite inlaid with veins of gold that catch the dawn's first rosy light and scatter prismatic sparks across the plaza. All around, banners of emerald and ivory swirl overhead on braided ropes, lions rearing beside laurels, your family's emblem dancing in the breeze. The very air thrums with anticipation, and each breath you draw carries the mingled scents of rose oil, baked pastries, and the distant tang of morning dew on stone. Before you, the crowd extends like a living tapestry. Farmers in homespun tunics clutch baskets of spring blooms. Scholars in midnight blue robes murmur polite salutations, while children, perched on their parents' shoulders, lean forward with bright, eager eyes. Between them, lantern bearers in silken vests stand at attention, their lamps unlit until your presence commands the spark. You feel their collective gaze settle on you, steady and warm, as though their loyalty itself were a soft mantle draped across your shoulders. In your right hand, you hold your rosewood staff, long and slender, carved with the entwined initials of your lineage, and tipped with a silver filigree rose that seems to bloom and close in time with your pulse. You lift the staff in a graceful arc, acknowledging the crowd with a sweeping bow of your head and a gentle inclination of your shoulders. In response, a ripple of hushed awe flows through the assembly, growing into a chorus of exhaled wonder that resonates beneath your feet like a tide of devotion. In that moment, trumpeters dressed in robes of deep emerald and glowing ivory step forward. Okay, that's the rain I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Lifting their instruments to lips painted with a single herald's mark. Their fanfare rises in a swelling chord, each note rich and clear enough to make the very windows of the surrounding spired halls tremble. The sound carries on the breeze, unfolding like a living thing, and you feel it stirring ancient pride in your chest. The pride of ancestors who stood where you stand now. You begin your descent from the dais, each step measured and deliberate. The mosaic floor beneath your boots is a mosaic of sapphire and pearl tiles, depicting good
Wow.
omens. Depicting good omens, a phoenix rising, a pair of doves entwined. As you move, courtiers in jeweled collars and silken doublets part with graceful bows, extending wreaths of fresh spring roses at your approach. You accept each bloom with practiced curtsy, curving your fingers around petals so soft they sigh against your skin. With a small, genuine smile, you tuck one delicate bloom behind your ear, its warm fragrance mingling with your own scent of linen and rosewater. All around you, the festival unfolds in layered harmony. Minstrels strike lutes whose wooden bodies glow like honey under the sun. Dancers twirl in swirling skirts that brush the cobblestones in gentle arcs, and the laughter of townsfolk floats like ribbons through the morning light. Servants weave between the revelers, carrying trays of sugared pastries shaped like spring's first buds, and street artists sketch quick portraits of delighted children. The square's fountains, carved to resemble twisting vines and blossoms, spurt crystal water that catches the sun in tiny rainbows. As you reach the foot of the dais, you pause and turn to face the sea of faces once more. In that instant, the wind shifts, carrying a single, perfect petal from one of the garlands above. It drifts down like a soft promise and settles lightly on your shoulder. You reach out and grab it, holding it between your thumb and forefinger. Its edges are cool, its silk-thin surface inscribed with a faint, runic flourish of protection, an heirloom blessing woven into the very celebration of your house. You raise your staff again, this time lifting it skyward so that the silver rose at its tip seems to reach for the heavens. The crowd responds with an exultant cheer, a sound like a valley of bells ringing in unison. You close your eyes, letting their adoration wash over you like sunlight. In your mind's eye, you see the long corridors of Blackspire Keep, the portrait-lined halls you have walked since childhood, and the moment when you first realized that duty need not be a burden but a gift. With a deep, steadying breath, You open your eyes to the new day. No longer do you see obligations as chains, the paths laid out in petals and gold. The festival around you moves in joyful procession, yet here upon your dais, time itself seems to pause. Timeless tableau, celebrating not just birthright, but the promise of who you are and who you might become. As the trumpets herald your presence, and the roses bow in the breeze, you know this dream will linger in your waking heart, a reminder that beneath every crown lies a soul both sovereign and free. Or tenacity and bloodworth. I need our normal encounter. One of you to roll a d20.
You got it, tenacity.
Sweet.
Also, DM
Yes.
doublets,
Doublets.
not doublets, doublets.
Doublets. So it's
Uh,
pronounced how it's spelled.
Yeah, doublets. It's 1500s or so style of jacket
Yeah.
or a vest. Yeah,
Yep.
doublets.
It's pronounced how it's spelled.
Yep.
See, I see something like that, my brain goes French.
No, that's fair. Problem is that's more English Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
For the first time, you guys have a watch that is uneventful.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Praise
That's
be
amazing.
everything. Praise be the roses.
DM, DM
It's
check
the
your
roses.
messages.
Yeah, I saw it come in. I was just reading.
Okay.
Um, what would tenacity say
Yeah.
to Bloodworth during the war? So, if you don't mind me asking, what is all the excitement about meeting this queen?
Uh, I've, I've always had a fascination for royalty.
Is that why you cling to Duchess Rowena like a child on father's calves?
Yes, but more so in a way that's a little different from child to father's calves.
Well, from my experience of you thus far, I'd say that there's a little bit of manipulation in there, but that is none of my business. I can tell just from. Give me a second.
Don't sneeze.
Sneeze.
I can tell that there is more depth to you than just drive and manipulating. Why do you use those things as a farce for those deeper things?
Hmm. It's, that is something I don't wish to discuss just now, but maybe you'll find out later.
Fair enough. I can respect someone that clearly labels a boundary that should not be crossed.
And I respect you not trying to push that boundary.
I will be honest, just like it pains you to not manipulate somebody, it pains me to not ask, but with everything that we've been through today, it is better to not oversalt the wound.
I concur on that.
Now you must have some questions for me. It is only fair since I asked you a question.
It is but only fair. I only have one question. What is with your trident?
That
It
is an
intrigues me.
It is a very interesting story.
No.
So basically, up until I got this trident, I did not know which end of large fork to stab with. And so my blacksmith recommended physical indicators for stabbing. And while at the time I was very drunk, I apparently suggested for the three prongs as well as the bottom of the haft to be a little bit more phallic in nature.
Penetration on a deeper level by the seams of it.
No.
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 There's
No.
someone with
How
7
dare
intelligence.
you?
Say what, DM?
Quite large words were for someone with a 7 intelligence.
Listen. But now at least I know which end to stab with.
That is always good,
Hmm?
because if you stab with the wrong end, things might go bad for you.
I mean, it is still effective, but it is only one point of entry.
Sometimes you need multiple points for it to be effective.
Agreed.
I just want you to know I hate everything about this conversation
Same.
so much.
Hate one paragraph in particular for his dream, and I'm not going to be able to get through it straight faced.
You can do it. Well, of course you can. You're not straight.
So that is a very interesting question. Glass.
Got him.
I'm pretty fond of things of that nature.
Ten Blood continues.
Huh. So is it the the way in how the prongs are shaped, or is it the chaos of the trident itself?
A little bit of both, I would say. More so in the shape.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Up to you how long you guys want to keep this up before you wake someone else up.
Spare us.
I have so many questions. So many.
Ask away.
Hmm. So, DM, I have a question for you. I
I
know
might have an answer.
mechanically divine sense allows me to see what's going on around me. But can I, for narrative flavor, allow Bloodworth
I know
to
where
see
you're going with
my...
this. Yes.
Yes, okay. So, Bloodworth, can you give me your hand?
I feel like this might be a trick, but why the hell not? Bloodworth then presents his hand for you to grab or touch.
He will clasp your hand into his, and he will close his eyes, and as soon as he does, from your perspective, a light blue, almost like sea foam light radiates from him, and I will let you choose what color Bloodworth pings for tenacity. But that is the color that Bloodworth sees on himself.
The color would be a kind of reddish hot pink.
So I did this once before in that horrid maze that we were in, and you and someone else, um, I saw that you and someone else were more than what you appeared to be. And this is the color that I saw when I saw you. And so I'm curious, can I tell that is Bloodworth's physical form solid all the way through? Or is there like when you're touching an illusion, you phase through it and it makes contact with something underneath? Is it like that? Or is what I'm clasping his actual hand?
In a sense, it is his actual hand.
Okay. I'm satisfied with that. I can tell that you are more than what you appear to be, not just what I have said initially, but based off of what you see, this is what I saw. So I'm curious where you hail from originally.
Yeah. I hail from a point of in between. A place where mortals and ethereals gather. Which is where I was born. But lineage is different, I should say.
Fair enough. Well, you have answered my question bluntly and boldly, so I will leave it at that. And unless Bloodworth has any other burgeoning questions, I think we can end our bit for now.
Mm. Nah, Bloodworth doesn't have any more questions as of right now.
Tenacity will let go of your hand and start to look outward into the rest of the forest.
Bloodworth will do the same, but keep an eye on you. Not in the way of guarded, more so in a sense of seductivity.
Hmm. Hmm.
On Torsten.
I'm reading everything in deep in roll 20.
So with that, your watch ends. Second was Rowena and Volpez.
Yo.
The second couple.
All right.
Fun, Torsten.
Nothing's wrong.
How does Bloodworth and Tenacity wake Volpez and Rowena?
Ooh, yes. How do you wake Volpes?
Tenacity will go over to Volpez and it's a really good question because
Carefully with much precision is the correct answer.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, can I just
he
say I kind
will-
of love how scared everyone is of Volpes?
Well, because
Scary dog privileges.
well, I don't think Tenacity is scared. He just knows what a trauma-ridden person would do if woken up in a particular way.
No, that's
And
fair.
he
That's
doesn't
fair.
want that backlash. So he is going to just very gently with the butt
Use the
end
trident.
of the trident just tap Volpez's leg gently until he wakes up.
Volpes is, of course, up in a tree, And he just kind of opens the singular eye. And is just like, yeah. He just sits up, sits up a bit more and settles and begins his watch.
He will
And
actually take your place in the tree and just nestle himself in there.
And while that's all happening, Bloodworth will stand almost menacingly over Rowena until she wakes up.
That's so rude. How dare you?
No
In the words of
contact.
Stephanie- in the words of Stephanie Tanner, how rude.
Yeah, no contact, just standing over here, staring at her until she wakes up.
All right. I'm gonna get it out of the way. I'm gonna get it out of the way now, and I can't look at Roll20 while it's happening.
We'll just all agree not to comment in there, okay? We'll do you that. We'll do you that solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can comment. I close my laptop down to the point where I can't see the screen. Tenacity, you curl up in the tree and fall asleep, and you find yourself standing on a moonlit shore, where the soft hush of waves laps at your sandals, and the salt-tinged breeze carries the promise of night's secrets. Above, a pale moon drapes the sky in silver, casting ripples of light across tide pools at your feet. Bioluminescent algae paint those shallow bowls in gentle emeralds and blues, as though the sea itself has fallen into a glowing slumber. A distant foghorn barks once, its mournful echo drifting over the surf, like an invitation to remember. Beside you, Isithia steps lightly across the wet sand, her silver hair spilling in moonbeam ribbons down her back. In her hands she cradles clusters of sea spray pearls, iridescent orbs formed where salt and moonlight mingle. With a shy smile she offers you one, holding it aloft so that it trembles in your palm, reflecting both lunar glow and the steady drum of your pulse. Your trident lies half buried where waves quietly crawl over it, prongs gleaming like slivers of starlight. For a moment, duty tugs at your senses, yet here in this dream-soft moment, its weight feels comforting rather than burdensome. You sink to one knee and brush the grains of sand from its shaft, feeling the etched runes warm under your touch, as if the ocean itself endorses this pause. Isithia guides you toward a ring of driftwood logs, each smooth by tides and time. God, I'm gone. The sand from the shaft is what got me. Lysithia guides you toward a ring of driftwood logs, each smooth by tides and time. Together you arrange them into a circle around a central pool, whose waters shimmer with the algae's soft radiance. As you settle upon a log, she produces a small vial of scented oil, made from crushed sea herbs and moon blossoms, and gently anoints your forehead. Its fragrance billows upward, briny, herbaceous, shot through with the faint sweetness of night-blooming flowers. Beyond the pool, fireflies emerge from the dunes, their lights weaving patterns that echo the protective runes you once carved in temple halls. They drift in arcs and spirals overhead, brushing your cheeks like the softest breath and eliciting a quiet laugh from you both. Sounds so free it seems carried away by the wind itself. Lysithea takes your hand, guiding it into the water. The surface parts like silk beneath your fingers, sending ripples that catch moonbeams and split them into dancing spectrums. She leans close and murmurs words in a language older than any shore, a vow of shared journeys, of safe harbors, and of storm-faced courage. You press your palm against hers, feeling the surge of her warmth and the timeless heartbeat of the sea intertwined. As the tide pool's glow intensifies, the moon arches lower, its reflection splitting across the water like twin lanterns. In that sacred silence, broken only by the rhythmic sigh of the waves and the gentle breathing of two hearts in quiet accord, you know this moment will stay with you long after waking. No banners, no battle cries, no looming shadows, just the soft murmur of the ocean's lullaby, the glow of promise in Lysithea's eyes, and the unspoken truth that wherever your path may carry you, you will always have this moonlit shore to call home. I tried to keep it together.
You did well.
Until the sand from the shaft.
Mm-hmm. Was it good?
Yeah, because not long ago we were talking about some shaft.
Oh dear lord.
It's not just that, like, no, I tried reading it
They'll
like
find
10
out.
times. Tried reading it like 10 times today, and that spot every time. Arledo. As you sleep, you find yourself standing at the edge of a mist-wreathed courtyard, long before the fall of the silent monastery. Dawn's pale light pools in shallow bowls carved in the stone, each one etched with weathered runes that whisper of ages past. The air is crisp, carrying the sharp tang of pine and the delicate musk of old parchment from scrolls stored in hidden alcoves. Across the yard, Master Kalan stands beneath an ancient archway draped in ivy, a silhouette etched against the soft glow of morning, like a sentinel guarding forgotten truths. Without a word, you reach for the scabbard at your hip and draw your shadow blade, dark edge shimmering with residual magic, singing faintly as it slides free. The blade's hiss is a promise and a reminder. Kalan's soft whistle drifts on the breeze, inhaling, exhaling. And you sense you need no further guidance. Precision and flow, heart and mind in perfect harmony. You step forward, your sandals whisper against the carved runes underfoot, each toe landing with purposeful grace. You lift the blade, angling it just so, until the first shafts of dawn ignite its edge in molten darkness. At Kalan's subtle nod, barely perceptible, you begin the dance. Your body unfurls through forms you have traced 1,000 times, a rising arc that cleaves through imagined foes, the blade slicing the air in a fluid crescent, a spinning flourish so effortless it ripples with quiet power. A downward slice that sends droplets of dew tumbling across the courtyard floor like scattered gems. With each motion, your breath settles into a steady rhythm, inhaling purpose and exhaling doubt, until the world narrows and the interplay of blade until the world narrows to the interplay of blade and air. At the surface, you feel elder magic stirring in the stones, a faint hum that synchronizes with your heartbeat as though the monastery itself acknowledges your presence. You sense the ley lines converging here, the power of countless monks who once walked these paths, each contributing a thread to the tapestry of discipline that binds you now. Your shadow blade pulses in response, eager to channel that ancient energy. Kalan's voice comes then, soft yet resonant, not as instruction, but as a memory you carry within. Let the shadow guide you, Arledo. Trust its whisper. You close your eyes briefly, feeling the light of his pride settle warmly in your chest. You let the shadow blade slide home, and draw a slender practice dagger from your belt. Its blade glows with soft purple runes, each symbol humming with tempered energy. You test its balance with a flick of your wrist, the dance now lighter, the dagger an extension of your arm, your will. Behind you, the courtyard's ancient fountain stirs to life. Water arcs upwards in a spiral vortex of sapphire droplets, catching the dawn light and scattering it in iridescent motes. Its song, soft and crystalline, resonates with your steps, reminding you of every hardship you faced. The trials in the divider's halls, the nights spent meditating under starlight, the moment you reclaimed your name from silence. You pause mid-form, dagger poised at your chest, and inhale deeply. The cold morning air fills your lungs, tasting of pine resin and wet stone, a taste of freedom you have fought long to reclaim. From the shaded portico emerges Niblet. His fur gleams in the pale light, and he pads over on silent paws, tail flicking in approval. He circles your feet and brushes against your leg, a reminder of the bonds you've forged beyond steel and shadow. The world softens around you. The rich scent of waxed wood from your training sword drifts through the air. A distant chime of meditation bells echoes from hidden chambers, and the warmth of Kalan's gaze settles like a cloak around your shoulders. As the courtyard slowly fades into pale mist once more, you feel the promise of the path that still lies ahead. Lessons yet unlearned, challenges yet to be met, bonds yet to be reforged. Every rune-carved stone, every echoing footstep, every breath in this hallowed space affirms one truth. No matter where your journey leads, you will always return here, to this place of calm purpose, ancient trust, and the quiet strength that shadows impart. Rowena and Volpez. I need one of you to roll a d20.
I'll do it.
All right.
Let's see how bad it is. It's an 8.
Roll a d12.
I got that one.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm not liking it either.
I do.
A 3.
For you two, this will take effect when you go back to sleep.
Oh no.
Great.
Everyone dreams of loved ones long gone. If you embrace the memory, you wake with peace and you gain an inspiration.
Hmm.
Now, if you resist or deny the dream, you'll have disadvantage on your next charisma-based check.
Question, DM. What if a character doesn't have loved ones that are long gone?
Are they lost to you currently? It's long gone doesn't necessarily mean dead.
No, because this one doesn't really have loved ones except for one. Well, make that 2. Yeah. Never mind.
I was waiting for it.
Yep. It took me a minute.
So with that knowledge, do you embrace the dream? Or do you try to resist or deny it?
I need to roll some checks for Arletto.
Yeah,
Leto's
rolling
still
might.
Oh, is this not yet? Is this just for the two who...
It's just for those two.
Oh, okay. I thought this was for everyone. My bad.
Oh, my two. I did too.
For the two that are awake, it will take effect when they go to sleep.
My bad. I thought it was for
For
everyone.
everyone else, it's happening now.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, he'll accept it when he goes to sleep. May as well finally have some good dreams.
Yes. She may be hesitant at first, but she'll end up accepting it as the dream goes on.
I am so glad I didn't have Roll20 open while I was reading that.
So, Volpez is sitting up in the tree. He is silent as ever, watching the forest.
And Roweno's kind of sitting with her knees to her chest next to the fire. Kind
Just
of absently staring into it.
silence between the two of them.
Yeah, after everything she's been through already just now, she's kind of, she wants to talk about it, but doesn't want to initiate it type thing.
Volpez neither wants to talk about it nor talk to anyone right now. He's kind of...
Off in his
He is
own,
not in a talky mood.
fair
He
enough.
is feeling a little violent and is trying to keep that contained. He does not like any of today.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell from Rowena's reactions before now, she is not liking any of it either. She is just out of it.
Just to kind of do something, because he can see that she is how she is right now. And he does... He doesn't like seeing people like that. He understands how it is. So he'll just, in his own way of comfort, he will silently sing one of his mother's lullabies. Just, it is a soothing and soft tone, one from his mother's, not from his mother's homelands, but from his father's. Song here. Da da da. That's not how you spell that. Just gonna make this easier on myself. That.
All right, you're gonna need to repeat that. My internet decided to pick out.
He is.
That was weird. Discord glitch.
Yeah,
And now
and it's still glitching.
Okay, so what? I think there's something going wrong with their internet over by them,
Yeah.
because all three of us are moving just fine.
Yeah, they
Yep.
just
I think
froze.
this is time for an intermission.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back.
So I am All
We're
right,
good.
we are
We're back. We're here. Hello, hello, everybody.
Hello. We had some fun. My internet rather decided to have a stroke
So we're going to
and
try
kick
this
the two
again.
of us off. So, impromptu intermission, a little earlier than I was thinking, but here we are. So, before we were so rudely interrupted, Volpez and Rowena were on their watch, and Volpez was softly humming a lullaby his mother used to sing to him.
It is not in a language she knows. Above board, it's Old Irish. But it is a soft and soothing song that sounds like the caressing waves of the ocean and of watching seals dance and play. He,
Okay.
in a way, hopes that she can find some comfort in it, like he often did as a child.
All right. Well, because of the soothing tone that this song has, even though she doesn't understand any of the words, she starts to relax a little bit because it does remind her of one of the lullabies that her mother used to sing to her before her mother had passed away.
When the song is done, he still does not speak, simply keeping watch.
After the song is done, Volpez does hear a soft thank you. Even
glances
though
at
she does have tears, even though she does have tears streaming down her cheeks.
And he just glances at her, nods his head. Volpez is very much a actions speak louder than words.
How do Rowena and Noodle Volpez wake up Arletto and Temperance?
Druidcraft Pinecone. Arletto's head.
I our letter-
Every
Oop.
time.
Every time.
Every time. You cannot stop me. This will be his one comedic thing. Pinecone.
Pinecone.
I think our mother was going
Also-
to try and fail to catch it, and it hits him in the head just a little bit faster than he could react. As he seems to have already been slightly awake by the time the watch rolled around.
It's like, where do you keep getting these? Oh, right, you know Druidcraft.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Rowena will go over to Temperance and gently begin shaking her shoulders. Still tears in her eyes as she's trying to wake up Temperance.
It takes a couple shakes, but she kind of like, oh, good morning. Morning? No. Oh. Watch.
The watch.
Okay, I'm awake. She's like very solo, like getting out of her bedroll.
Reminds me of a certain Disney princess. Right. So Volpez, assuming you find a different tree,
Same
since
tree.
someone
Resettle.
different branch.
Sleep. I was in my tree the whole time.
Oh, then I would have been in a different branch.
Okay.
I did not leave the tree. I just sat up.
Fair enough.
So
He
Volpez,
sleeps like a squirrel.
as you fade off into your sleep trance, you find yourself in darkness, the air thick with the metallic tang of blood and fevered breath. Now, I want you to correct me if I get this name wrong in the moment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your wrists chafe against invisible manacles, and each time you blink, a whisper of pain stabs at your soul. The Dorha's cruel hands replaying their torment.
It
You get
is
it right?
Fedorka. Yeah,
Yes.
Fedorka.
Your body feels hollow, as if the archdevil himself coils in your chest, its voice a low rumble promising obedience. Suddenly, a faint tap-tap echoes through the gloom. A lone raven alights on the bars of your cage, its eyes glowing an unnatural crimson. Its beak gleams a familiar trinket, your mother's necklace, the chain still warm against your fevered palm. As you clutch it, the raven's cry reverberates inside your mind. Choose what they gave you. Break free and run. Words ring with both command and comfort, the archdevil's burning whispers faltering for a heartbeat. The darkness shivers, and you find yourself not in the basement's prison, but at your mother's graveside. The headstone looms pale in the moonlight, surrounded by silent, robed figures, ghostly villagers whose hollow sockets weep tears of ash. Across the field, your father's battered blade lies embedded in the earth. A tremor of longing coils in your chest as you step forward, the chain of the necklace guiding you. Behind you, Raven transforms, feathers melting into soft fur, and becomes Conry, the wolf that once guided you home. His great eyes, mottled with moonlight, flicker with recognition. He bows his head, and you mount his back. With each pound of his paws, the graves fade into forest shadows. Yet, peace is fleeting. Thorn of cold wind heralds the tiefling's laughter, swirling rain tearing at your cloak. The archdevil in disguise strides out, form half shaded and grinning as lightning. And grinning as lightning flickers across his leathery horns. Run, little Fayette. A deeper voice in your mind urges. A voice deeper in your mind urges. You do, leaping from the wolf's back into a tempest of rain-soaked roots. Water drips from your lashes, and the wind screams, but Conry's howl guides you onward. Branches whip at your face, and each step carries the weight of every year you spent caged. Every prayer to the Raven Queen that never reached her ears. Yet, in the storm's eye, the raven from your childhood swoops down, its wings parting the rain like a curtain. In its talons, it carries a single blooming moonflower, same midnight blossom your mother pressed between the pages of your sketchbook. Seize it, its petals unfurl, casting a gentle glow that sears through the darkness. The archdevil's shadow recoils, his mocking grin curdles into surprise. You press the blossom to your chest, the light blooms outward, banishing the storm. Water hisses as it meets the radiant petals, steam rising like a prayer. Conry's presence steadies you, and the raven circles above, its cry echoing like a distant war horn. Then, as the first pale fingers of dawn touch the treetops, vision shatters. You waken gasping necklace cold in your hand, and the taste of rain still fresh on your tongue. But in your heart, you carry the moonflower's warmth, the certainty that, even in your darkest cages, the Raven Queen's light can guide you to freedom. Last but not least, Bloodworth. As you fall asleep, you find yourself within the brothel's silent heart, a vast chamber lined with towering mahogany shelves, each heavy with forgotten tomes. A soft golden glow spills from their spines, runes pulsing in gentle waves that seem to breathe with the room. The air is rich with the tang of old parchment, sweetened by a faint undercurrent of rose water and tobacco. There's the roses again.
Mm-hmm.
Before you stands an obsidian lectern, its surface etched with the interlocking sigils that shimmer when the lantern light shifts. Resting atop it, is the ivory-bound volume you stole long ago. Its cracked cover still alive with flickering runes. You lift the book. At your touch, its runes flare bright, casting shadows across the vaulted ceiling and filling your fingertips with a hum of power. Opening the volume, you find dense diagrams of courtly alliances and the subtle art of persuasion. Words lift off the page in tendrils of silver glyphs. Influence, sovereignty, choice, spiraling around you before settling back into ink. Your mind hums with fresh insight as if every secret spills directly into your thoughts. A soft maternal chuckle echoes from the dim stacks. Lilithia appears transformed, her predatory gaze softened into warmth, her glowing silks shifting in autumn gold and burgundy like falling leaves. She offers you an obsidian quill, its tip flickering like ember. Knowledge is the truest seduction, she whispers, both comforting and commanding. From deeper shadows emerges Malachor, the ancient incubus who first recognized your ambition. He nods approvingly, the faint glow of his eyes reflecting your glowing resolve. He gestures to a spiral staircase carved into the book-lined wall. Its marble steps glow beneath your boots as you grasp the quill and begin your ascent. As you climb, the tomes murmur forgotten stratagems, alliances formed in candlelit rooms, betrayals penned in midnight ink. The air tingle the air tingles with promise and the scent of dusty leather. Confidence swells in your chest. Here you are no longer a pawn, but a master of power. At the apex, ink vines coil around an archway, their glossy tendrils inscribed with verses of liberation in a dozen tongues. Beyond lies a sunlit courtyard suspended between shadow and dawn. Midnight flowers bloom in riotous clusters, their petals black as onyx, yet shimmering with inner light. You pause amid their glow, heart thrumming. Lifting the quill, you trace a rune in the air, a symbol of self-determination entwined with a heart. It blazes briefly, then dissolves into motes of light that drift among the flowers like fireflies. The courtyard hums in approval. Above, lingering stars yield to dawn's first rays, painting the horizon in rose and gold. You inhale the mingled scents of onyx petals and fresh parchment, feeling the brothel's shadow lift. Knowledge, once claimed, is now your key to destiny, and the rune you forged remains a lasting promise that you alone will draw the lines of your future. Leto and Temperance. I need one of you to roll a d20.
You can do it, Arletto.
My d20 isn't there. There it is. 18.
And only one thing tonight.
We're just that
Could
good.
force it, but I'm not that mean.
Hey, listen, that one thing that's definitely traumatizing for Arletto was definitely added to the trauma for Arletto.
It was
Listen,
enough.
a lot has happened already.
Mhm.
All that trauma happened in the span of one day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you guys' watch is uneventful.
After seeing that Temperance was awake, Arletto returned to sitting in his tree, staring out into the forest, drumming his fingers nervously along the bark, seemingly agitated about everything that's happened recently.
I think Temperance is keeping a decent watch, more than I think she has before, and she's not even distracted with her journal. She's just staring out through the trees and just paying as close attention as she can to their surroundings.
Too much trauma. No talk time.
Yep.
I would say if Arletto pays any attention to her, it's almost as if she's looking for something or someone in the tree line.
Okay.
You know who you're looking for.
After a few minutes of that, Arletto kind of notices that she's acting a little bit odd and watches her for a few seconds before calling down to her softly. Temperance, are you okay? You seem He trails off, not quite sure how to finish that.
Place makes me think about things I don't want to think about.
That line sums up this entire session.
It really does.
In last session.
Mhm.
Arletto nods slowly and then says quietly, I understand that, and I definitely agree. Why did it have to be the Feywild? He asked again for like the fourth time since entering.
So you guys complete your watch. You notice that the sun never really went down. It just hung at that perpetual twilight. Everyone wakes up. Guys get camp packed up and start heading on your way. And after some travel, forest deepens, the colors darken. That masked man's words echo just faintly as the trees begin to change. Trunks withered and weeping sap. You know you've reached the orchard's edge, finally. You hear them. You hear that masked thing's voice say, like in your memory, "This orchard is the place where Fae regrets manifest physically. Grave willow trees grow from forgotten promises, and their fruit traps emotions. Here, trees lean together like mourners at a funeral. Their twisted roots claw at the ground, hanging from their boughs are golden fruits." What do you guys do?
I believe we are here, everybody.
Can I have Bloodworth investigate the fruits?
What is he looking for exactly?
Because the masked man said something about there being different varieties. I want to figure out which varieties there are and which one might possibly be the one to pick for us to get an audience with said queen.
Let me move you guys over to the proper map.
Ooh.
Make
I'm just
sure-
grateful they're not
Ah.
throwing the fruit at us.
Let me.
Ooh.
No, that's in summer.
Oh.
Yes, the angry orchard.
Nice.
Yeah, you can do a investigation or perception check.
Doesn't matter which.
In this case,
Was that-
no.
Okay. Uh, which one would be better? Perception check would be better.
Okay.
Is it going to work? Come on. There we
It's
go.
got a thing.
Ye-
Yeah.
And
Does a 10 get me anything?
you can tell that each tree bears fruit that glows a slightly different hue of gold. You can't quite tell what each one means. Like what emotion is attached to each one.
Okay. Different hues of gold.
Tenacity is going to find a fruit that best resembles a color that Temperance has expressed in her childhood.
I was about to ask you, Drea, but based on your face.
Well, if they're differing views of gold, then it would probably be like a rose gold. Because pink.
Pink.
And there's the roses
And
again.
also roses.
Always roses.
All roses all the
Always
time.
falls back to the rose.
Roses for days.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Cassidy, you wander around the grove a little bit, and you find one that has a slight rose gold hue to it.
You will pluck it and walk over.
Need a wisdom save.
All right. Okay. Cool. Fuck yeah, DM dice. Let's do it. Ooh, okay. Dirty 20.
You touch this fruit and you pluck it, and as you start walking back, you start feeling giggles bubble up, but you're able to suppress them down.
He lets one or maybe two chuckles go, as this is the first time since he got into this adventure that he's had an enjoyable reprieve.
Volpace raises eyebrow.
And
As you-
he will look to the group and say, "Be careful. These fruit almost made me uncontrollably giggle."
Above the board, it would have been as if Tasha's hideous laughter
just
cast on you.
I figured that's what it was. DM brain went there.
Yeah.
So when you pluck it, its stem snaps with the sound of almost like the sound of breaking bone.
Oh.
The orchard falls silent, no wind, no bird song, just the breathless thrum of something remembering you.
That's the bad juju.
A nearby willow shudders, then splits down the center. The willow in the center splits down the center. From within, a figure steps, not walking, but unfolding, as if unburied. Its body is thin, wrapped in robes of bark and moth-bitten mourning silks. Mourning like MOURN. Long curling antlers stretch from its wooden skull, dripping golden sap. Its face should be there is only a carved mask, expressionless and deeply tired. This the graven right. It raises one clawed hand. It's in water. Why do I have it in water? It raises one clawed hand, etching the air with invisible symbols. You do not understand them, but your heart remembers. The grief of your first loss, the guilt you buried. They echo now in your bones. And inside your minds, a voice groans. Take from the orchard. You must give something hollow in return. HOLLOW.
So what you're gonna do is you're all just gonna pick up Volpace and hand him over. Like, here, take this.
This should suffice for all of us.
I will say above the board, you have 3 options for this one.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What do we do?
No.
Does anyone have like a hollow cup or something? Play Matrix. You said hollow, you never said what.
True.
If you think about it, it's everything here has to do with emotion and memory.
Mhm.
Hey.
So a hollow emotion or hollow memory. Fuck is an e-memory?
Get a little too deep
This
into your
is
beer's torso.
guys. It's just so you can see him.
Say what?
The map. That's so you can actually see him.
If I was playing a different character. If I I'd give him something hollow.
it wouldn't be hollow. It wouldn't be hollow.
It wouldn't remain hollow.
Go ahead, Drea.
I'm trying to keep it together, guys.
You're not allowed. Come join us in the laughter.
There it is.
Let's try so hard, guys.
No, this is the saving throw you're supposed to fail.
Yeah.
Train of thought is lost.
We had one?
I had one.
Which way did it go?
Yeah, I don't know.
That way. Everywhere.
The train left the station without you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it did.
we're
My
supposed to give
train
them
is
something
still in the
hollow.
station, except it's physically in the station, not at the tracks.
Okay. So he's asking all of us to give something hollow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
Thank you. That helped me find the train of thought. I'm gonna walk over to him, and she's gonna hand him a piece of jewelry from her backpack. This should meet your criteria. It has no significance.
Me a persuasion check.
I have been given mini M&Ms.
It's not too bad. What do I have? A +2? 17.
Beautiful. This does not meet what I'm looking for.
You said hollow. Hollow means without significance.
This is a place of memory, of emotion. Pain of grief, of personal loss, of memory. We have no need for trinkets with no emotion attached.
If you said something, we did not hear it.
She's just gonna be like, Faye.
DM,
She's just gonna look over at Arletto.
I told you.
Do we each have to give something, or do we only need to give him one thing in exchange for one fruit?
One thing. Because you only need to bring one fruit back.
Oh, so then it should be tenacity since he pulled the fruit.
I mean, it can be. He technically said that you're like all of us.
Yeah, he could talk to any of us.
Yeah, that's fair.
But my idea didn't work, so it's fine. She's just gonna be fuming about the Fae and just sharing looks with Arletto.
So
Tenacity will walk forward, pull out a blacksmith's hammer, and from it's that kind of blacksmith's hammer where it's the circular head, and then it's got the pike on the other side. He will, yeah, he's gonna do this because he's angry. He's going to chuck it at this figure's feet so that the pike sticks into the ground and says, "This hammer is a representation of a dreadful mistake that I made long, long ago, and I wish to be rid of it." From the figure's perspective, he tenacity is fuming.
He bends down, picks it up, examines it. Give me a persuasion or performance check.
Ooh. Which one's higher? I think I'm gonna go with the choice. He's not trying to persuade this person. Yeah, he's gonna do a performance check. Even though persuasion is higher, I feel like this is the situation where he is trying to convey his annoyance in all of this with this gesture. So I think it'll be performance. No, I already rolled the DM die. I'm not gonna do it again. We're going to roll this one. DM, oh gracious, beautiful person of a DM. Such
What was the roll?
lustrous glasses you have. It was a 7.
I'm not above bribery. Flattery is a different thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to look at it. He sees that you're fuming. Seems you have some anger you'll need to work through. Roll initiative.
Oh
Fuck.
boy.
What?
Oh boy.
Ah.
Just tenacity or the whole group?
Whole group.
Okay.
We need to position ourselves on the map.
Yep.
Yep. I am shrinking him back down to proper size.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Okay. Now.
Yeah. Using this initiative.
Um,
And I did not
tenacity.
do.
And
would be.
Oh, Master DM, we need our
Hold on, I need to
turn
put
order up.
the turn order in.
Mm-hmm. Does everyone remember how to do it?
Uh-huh.
No.
I think so.
Okay. So after you drag and drop your character token onto the map, once the turn order is up, you will click on your token, go to your sheet, and click on initiative. And this will automatically populate you into the turn order.
Okay.
Can edit the number if you rolled normal dice.
Mhm.
Like I do. Which sucks because that's good initiative, but that's okay.
Okay.
I mean,
I
already
don't
rolled
see
my
anyone else.
initiative, but
There we go.
I can
don't-
re-roll it.
I don't see anyone else on the map. Why is there no one else on the map?
Are you on the wrong layer?
You're on the wrong layer, I think.
Because I see everybody.
I see everybody.
There.
I see everybody.
Why was I on a different layer?
I don't know, but I saw.
Is it from when you were helping the DM?
God damn it.
I
Our first
came in as a
initiative
player,
was
not as a
really good.
DM.
Okay.
I don't know, but
Maybe it saved it?
I don't fucking know.
Once-
Why is Bloodworth in twice?
Because I rolled the initiative first before putting my player out there, and then
Oh,
yeah, and it
I
didn't
have an
take.
exhaustion level. Can I get rid of that?
Yes.
Why is
I don't even
Bloodworth
know
all the
why
way
I
up
had
there?
that.
Forget.
Okay, and Leto has not done any of his buffs today, so make sure
Love that Rowena followed me up there.
Rowena's been
That's
sticking
really
She's
beside
like stuck
Temperance.
to me.
Yes. She has been keeping her distance from
Fuck.
Bloodworth.
Nice.
Yeah. Ever since the nightmare, she's been keeping her distance.
Fuck. Jesus blessed me. My dice did not.
Yeah, I know. I had a 20 initiative, but I was like, I declare that I roll dice every time, so I'm not gonna.
Same.
I had already said I was
Yeah.
doing it, so
No.
it's okay. I'm fine with it.
Why am I not in the turn order now?
Kept your first roll.
How do I? Okay, then
We
how do I
can't
get put
see
in the
it.
turn order?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't see it now that that's gone. He could have just edited the number. Do you remember what your roll was?
Yeah, it
first
was
one?
11.
It was 11. Go ahead
Yeah.
and just hit initiative again, and then
Adjust
when
it
it,
from there.
yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget to put in that 0.14 because Tenacity also has an 11.
Yeah. How do I edit it?
Okay, so
If you
go
just
in
click
the-
on,
Yeah, if you just click on the number in the turn order.
Oh, right here.
Mm-hmm.
and then just put in the number and hit enter.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I clicked on it. There we go. Stupid piece of
Oh.
crap.
Let me put the point just in case. Not that I think this guy's initiative is as low as mine.
Well, at least we'll get to work out our anger issues. Because it ain't just Tenacity that has them.
Oh nope.
All right. Aru?
Aroo.
Aru.
Oh, my camera unfocused. Hold on.
So up first is Arletto.
All right.
Hang on, you don't have the turn order in order.
Yeah.
Listen. Roll 20s being slow and stupid for me.
There we go.
There
It's
it is.
working
Yeah.
now. Sort of.
Not for me.
It keeps
Other
jumping
way,
for me.
other
Hit it
way.
Yeah, it's going from lowest to
It needs
highest
to
now.
be in, it needs to be in descending, not ascending.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Yep.
Alright.
Still Arletto.
Yep.
Why did it not fix for me? There we go.
Alright, is everybody on the
Technical
same page now?
difficulties. Yes. Yes.
All
Alright.
right. Go commit murder upon the Fae that like you've been wanting to.
As much as Arletto would actually wait 1 second. Before I
Better
say
yet,
that.
here, take this, do a crime.
Spells. Okay. Arletto is going to move up into melee range. But he is not going to attack just yet. He is going to draw his dagger, which is still in his left sheath, even though he's right-handed. He's going to move up into melee range behind him. He is going to draw his dagger, and from it he is going to cast Mage Armor on himself. And I don't have the spell sheet pulled up right now, but he says something, and a soft purple glow settles around him as he gets +3 to his AC. And then he is immediately going to use his bonus action to go into his Blade Song and add another 5 to his AC. And that is his turn.
Rice.
His current AC is what?
21!
That's
His
what I
current
thought.
AC is you can't hit me, bitch.
I just went from the tied for the least AC in the party to the most. I love Blade Singer so much. That's his turn.
All right. That is this guy's turn. Click.
Give it a moment.
Did that actually cast?
See, on my
There we
turn
go.
order, I still have Bloodworth at the 20 whatever.
Hmm. Oh, did you
Yeah,
clear the
it's-
turn order from last time?
Yes.
Okay, then it's just being weird.
All right.
His first roll was a 20.14.
Who's?
Yours.
Worth.
My first roll for this one was an 11.
Before you had the sheet up?
Yeah.
Before you had your character pulled out?
Yeah. It was an
Okay.
11.14.
Don't know why it's up there then.
Rip.
But
Yep, leave it alone for now.
Yeah, it's all good.
We know it is.
yep. But that is this Gravenwright's turn. He is to break my pencil. Oh, I know why you're being dumb. This laptop's almost dead and I plugged it in. It just doesn't like to cooperate.
That's fun. That's always fun.
Look, with how much technology hates us right now, I am starting to believe we're in the Dresden Files.
Hi, I'm Harry Dresden.
Pretty much.
And this is why I'm the person streaming, because I'm the only one who technology even slightly likes right now.
I say Jukes is Bob.
So
Repent.
he is going to move forward. Wow, there's a delay between my clicks and what's happening. I'm going to close my laptop and let it charge and do this pen and paper.
Okay.
He is going to move forward to the one that threw the hammer at him.
Beautimus.
Just to be a problem, does that mean I get an opportunity attack on him?
You would. You would.
Yes.
Okay. Because I have Warcaster, I get to use a spell, And I am going to cast. Let's do Booming Blade. So, attack with the dagger. That is a nat 20.
I'm still waiting for my roll 20 to catch up. My roll 20 is being slow as hell.
I'm being slow.
Mine's being fine.
Mine. Minus.
No, it's fine.
Uh, so remind me, is it normal crit rolls here, or is it max damage in a normal roll? I don't remember.
Max than normal.
Okay. Um. So I guess it is. I don't.
Give me a second here. I'm gonna reload roll 20.
That is formatted weird. I think that is. Oh, okay, I see. Got it. Got it. Okay, that's how that's formatted. So that would be 11 damage.
11.
11. And then would the booming blade be a crit or not? Because it's an effect at when he moves. So I don't know for that.
What is
No,
eating
not
up the
Snapchat.
bandwidth?
Booming blade. Brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting to make a melee attack against it with it against one creature within 5 feet. When I hit, the target suffers the weapon's attacks. Weapon attacks normal effects and then becomes sheathed in booming energy. Target willingly moves 5 feet or more before then. 1d8. The spell ends.
I've never crit on a blade cantrip, so I don't know how it interacts.
You know what? Fuck it.
Alright, so that's gonna be 8 damage plus another d8. I'm assuming he's moving, so that's 8 damage and another d8. So, there we go. That's 2 max damage. 27 damage per round.
We play this game to practice our math skills. That's what we do. And that's why I have a calculator on my phone. I love all things whole. Oh, because of the fan. All right. He's still going to use his multi attack on Tenacity.
Okay.
Da-da-da. One's a 15, one's a 14 to hit.
Ooh. Yeah, both of them are gonna hit.
Oh, yeah, because you don't have your armor.
Mm-mm.
I actually forgot.
I didn't.
You're going through this entire adventure.
Armorless.
No armor.
Had you forgot when Volpez asked tenacity to stop him last session or whenever it was.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
Mm-hmm.
going to be 16 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then you can move okay. Right, and that is its turn. Next up is Lopez.
All right. So,
With Bloodworth on deck.
we're gonna go ahead and hex him as a bonus action. And did you say he moved forward?
Yeah, he's right up in Tenacity's face.
All right, because right now he's
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He-
I can't move him right now. My laptop is that kind of dead.
oh dear.
oh.
Alright.
Roll 20 is not responding right.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and for the moment, slip in
For it.
between Arletto and the creature, so I can get that advantage since tenacity is on the other side.
All right.
I'm just going to put my token there for now. Which will give me my sneak attack. And I will have my scythe in my hand, and we are going to two-hand it. Hiya. 24 to hit.
That hits.
And before we add up any math, I get one unarmed attack. Because monk.
Yep.
Wapa. Click you. Why you no roll?
The,
Click you again. You still no roll.
the game stuck
What
with our bullshit too.
God damn it. Roll 20. Fix your shit.
We love you, Roll 20, but tonight your servers are fucky.
The game said 41 damage on the first 2 attacks in combat is enough. Stop it!
What? Why? Come on.
There we
Oh.
go.
Eh.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Ignore those other ones.
Did all of them show up at once?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be 16 to hit because that's the first one.
Yep, that hits.
And it would only be the hex damage, which is a 2. So by my calculations, don't do that. 5 plus calculator. Why are you not working? How dare you? There we go. 9 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4. 20.
All right. It's easy math.
Crying out loud. I am the English major, not the math major. My brain don't do numbers.
Oh, for me, that was the math for the damage was easy math to
Oh.
figure out his health.
Fair enough.
20.
And then I will just kind of like sidestep out of Arletto's way so that he can come and stab.
Nice.
All right. Is turn order showing up as Lopez right now for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's currently showing Volpez right now.
Bloodworth.
Bloodworth.
Yep.
Up.
All right. Give me 1 second here. Bloodworth. Is going to move himself here. And then I'm actually going to have him cast Witch Bolt.
Okay.
So make a ranged spell attack against it. So what do I click for that?
Is Witch Bolt in your sheet? And
Yes.
do you have it set up for attack, or
I think I do.
then you would just click on Witch Bolt, and it should
And
roll.
and then the level I'm casting it at.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Does a
Nice.
20 hit?
20 hits. 20 hits. For a
So
total of 19 damage.
19 damage, yeah.
What about that +7 there for the higher cast?
Oh yeah, so that'd be a 26 then, because that's 3d12 instead of 2d12.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
As of right now, I don't think I'll be having either of the characters doing anything else.
All right. Tenacity.
Give me a moment.
You're thinking about that. I have a question for you, Torsten.
What's up?
Were you casting that at 3rd level?
Second level.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 2d12 at its first level, and then each level above that is
I
another d12.
I forgot how many d12s Witch Bolt is. It's been a while since I've used that spell.
Yeah.
Okay. So tenacity is tenacity is going to look at the person and say there is a time to fight and a time to talk. Right now, I am choosing to talk because it is pointless to be fighting right now when we have just endured a bunch of trauma. I apologize for throwing that hammer at you, but I was annoyed. And he'll slam his trident down.
Okay. Where is he? There he is. Give me a persuasion check.
Beans. Will do. Which one? Which one? Which one? I'm gonna go with this one.
Use the natty die.
Mm-hmm.
The natty die is currently in a tin. I only have Isaiah and DM dice.
Gotcha. I thought you were gonna say the natty die was in was in dice jail.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Well, it should be because Natty's in horny jail.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Eesh. Almost as bad as my AC, or exactly as bad as my AC. How's team for you?
Not quite. Close. Close.
It's fair.
Close.
And that's it. That's all he does. He just stands there, arms crossed, not moving.
All right. It is your sister's turn, Temperance.
Not
At
really
the
sure
start.
what we're doing because, as far as I'm aware, we're supposed to get the fruit, make a trade, and leave. So, I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on my brother. So you will get a +2 to your AC as long as I hold concentration.
Love you,
And
sister.
for those watching, this is the first combat we've had since we started streaming,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yep.
No, it
Since
is.
starting streaming.
I do allow like bonus action spells of a level. As long as and a cantrip is an action.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, cantrips are bonus actions?
No,
Well,
the spell would say bonus action.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's saying we can do a
Oh,
cantrip and a spell so long as they're different action economies.
yeah,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is how it is typically run.
Yeah. And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at this guy because he's attacking my brother. So he has to make a dex save. DC is 15.
He is surprisingly dexterous. Not that dexterous. He's 12. That was a 12.
Okay.
There's
That's
concentration
1d8.
and concentration. Damn it.
So he will take 7 radiant damage.
Concentration just means that you can cast another spell as long as it does not require concentration.
Yeah, I was looking at them and yeah,
Your Warlock, Eldritch Blast. If you don't want
Eldritch
to
Blast
again.
is an action.
Oh, you don't have any bonus action spell?
I have one,
Or
and that's
cantrips?
Hex.
Mm,
Yeah,
and no
which
bonus
also
action.
requires concentration.
Yeah.
It's not helpful for everyone.
All right. So you
And-
said 7 radiant.
Yeah, 7 radiant damage. And I'm not going to move because I'm going to choose to stay in front of Rowena.
All right, that brings us to the top with Arletto.
Arletto is going to move forward, and as he does so, he holds the dagger up and he runs his fingers along the blade, talking in the strange, sort of broken elvish that he casts spells in. Prosronin jutag, shizagronin jutama, dezet kor ufunion. And as he does so, he draws a shadowy purple magic runs down the blade, and he draws from it a shadow blade, which he is then going to cast Psychic Slash on and attack with. And Psychic Slash is a homebrew blade cantrip that I created.
Yes.
So action.
I need.
Does 25 hit?
Would y'all quit hitting my guy?
No.
I
mean,
give you a
I
chance to
didn't know.
dodge.
We gave you the chance to stop.
The one who caused the fight didn't hit him, but everybody else did.
Listen, he looked like
Well,
he
except for Temperance.
I hit him. It's just tenacity.
Oh, yeah,
that
you
hit.
did.
It did
Yeah,
hit him.
true.
Look, listen, he looked like
He hit my brother.
he looked like he was gonna go fight Tenacity. Arletto couldn't let that happen without interfering.
Y'all are lucky I forgot about one of its abilities.
Oh boy.
Am I the
12
problem?
damage.
12 damage.
You're always the problem.
12 psychic damage, and if he makes a weapon attack before the start of Arletto's next turn, he takes an additional 1d8 psychic. I believe,
Sometimes
anyway. Let
I'm
me
the
double
problem.
check that's actually what that spell does.
Oh, that's not that wouldn't be a problem anyway.
Next time a creature makes a weapon attack before the start of your next turn, they take 1d8 psychic damage as they momentarily lower their guard. Yep.
Okay.
And that was bonus action to cast Shadow Blade, action to do the Psychic Slash. And he's not moving out of the spot, because Wolpez has an open avenue to slide down into.
Yep.
Y'all got the boy surrounded.
This is called curb stomp formation.
I cast Curb Stomp.
Well, there is a slight opening, but
I'm about to be taking that spot.
Nothing he can get out of, though.
Mm-hmm.
no, because whichever direction he goes, he's got at least 3 people who's going to
Yeah. Yeah.
Give him the
no,
ouchies.
yeah, reaction.
Mm-hmm. Reaction stab.
He is going to use his Withering Gaze.
Oh.
The grave right targets one creature it can see within 60 feet. The creature must succeed on a DC wisdom saving throw or be blinded and frightened for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success.
Really?
Arletto, because you've dealt the most fucking damage to this guy,
Fair enough.
you go and turn around and use it on you. I
Alright.
need a wisdom save.
Well,
Stop rolling well.
that's a nat 1.
He did.
That is a natural 1.
I spoke it as it popped up.
Witchcraft.
All right. I don't know if you saw my eyes go wide as soon as I started talking.
He hacked the RNGesus. Did you guys see it?
I did. I
Mhm.
did. I saw him vent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Arletto, you are currently blinded and frightened.
This is fine. Just means they'll set up to be even harder to hit next turn.
All right, and that is its turn. Do I want to be nice and keep not using? Yeah, I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
So what you gotta do, DM?
Are you
We did
sure
wallop
want
you.
me- Yeah, you guys took him from triple digits down. Way the fuck down.
It's my turn. You already moved the order.
Well, this is an aura effect.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. It's an ability.
I
The
don't
aura,
want
it's
it.
an aura of forgotten names.
Oof, duh. Okay.
A 30-foot aura. At the start of each creature's turn within this aura, a creature must succeed on a wisdom save or forget the name of a loved one or mentor. While affected,
Ooh. Please don't.
while affected, the creature has disadvantage on its next saving throw of DM's choice. Which I have to do next saving throw. And the effect ends after a long rest or if the graven right is slain. As long as the effect is there, you forget the name.
That is gonna...
As long as if you don't make the save.
So
that is gonna make Carletta so mad.
I'm guessing I have to make the save now.
The wisdom save.
I like. I don't like this.
No, not at all. We're all within the 30-foot.
Mhm.
Well
Mhm.
within the 30-foot.
Yeah.
This is
I
the
rolled a
downside.
10.
This is the downside of the curve stop formation.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10.
Oh,
I don't-
Lopez.
Ooh.
It's okay, you'll get it back.
You'll get it back real soon.
Are you looking up whose name I'm gonna forget?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, bullshit.
Feel the effect take effect. You feel the effect take effect? Feel the. Yeah. And suddenly, Llewellyn's name just vanishes from your mind.
Whose name?
Llewellyn?
Oh, dare you? Not Llewellyn. How dare you? You know what? You know what? Just for that. Just for that. Do.
Love you, Moth.
You thought your form
Uh-huh.
meant this.
Uh-huh. I tell lies and deceit. You don't love me.
You were like sister.
I know, and you are mean older brother. I stab.
Mm.
I do not stab,
Ugh.
but I have flurry
Ow.
of blows.
The night one. The now one.
Buddy.
Okay. So I still have my sneak attack,
That wasn't 3.
and I am spending a key point, so I get 3.
Damn.
I think. I think that's how that works. I forget how that works.
I don't know. I don't.
You
play
would get
mods.
2. If you're
I get
using the
2.
key point just to do it as a bonus action, you would just get 2.
I just get
Because you get your
Okay.
initial bonus action and then the bonus one from the key point.
Okay. So
Yeah, I don't play
One.
mods.
I play monk in my other campaign.
again, why is it always the unarmed strike?
Oh my
Why?
Because you're a monk.
How dare you? Why is it not working? Roll 20.
Roll 20 does not like unarmed strikes.
Weird.
Apparently not.
I feel like I had a problem with
Well, I
that.
rolled it twice.
I feel like
We'll see what.
I had a problem with unarmed strike earlier in the campaign too. Oh,
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
and you do have
Okay,
advantage
so
because of flanking, right?
yeah. Does a 14 hit?
Just barely.
Okay. So then we ignore the sneak attack from the other one. So that's going to be 11 plus 4. And then I'm certain an 18 hits. And that's another.
It's 11 on the second attack. If you're ignoring the sneak attack.
Okay. So my sneak attack would be the 11. And then that 10 actually would be a 4 because of my sneak attack being off. It's already been used. So that means that it is 11 plus 4 plus 4 plus 8. 27.
Hey, you matched Arletto's first turn damage.
Yeah, just by fucking kicking this bitch.
Also,
And I kicked her, sir. 23. I'm bad at math.
No. No.
You know,
Oh,
kick her,
that's what
sir.
it's down to.
Yes.
oh.
That's what it had before you.
Oh, so I kicked it to death.
How do you want to do this?
I break its face with a double roundhouse. Fuck you, Texas Walker style.
True to the I kick her, sir.
Exactly.
And I know exactly where that's from, and it's replaying in my mind.
I love Bartok.
I do
Same.
too. He's what made that
Oh.
movie truly enjoyable.
What movie?
Anastasia with Don Bluth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Funny how two of my favorite my favorite princess movies have nothing to do with Disney. Because there's Swan Princess and Anastasia.
Yeah.
Swan
Mine too.
Princess is another good one.
Mm-hmm. And the sequels were good too.
I have not seen those ones.
They were so good.
As Volpez kicks this dude's face, the last kick it kicks the side of it, and the mask goes flying off, and he crumbles into a pile of dead leaves.
Mm.
That's not good.
No.
Didn't we
And
meet him?
You see on the fruit a glowing sigil appears.
Volpez is just going to look and go, I made something hollow. I made him hollow of his soul. And just walks off.
Arletto nods in agreement with Opus' sentiment.
See? Without Faye. And I'm just gonna follow Arletto.
As Temperance is running off to follow Arletta, he will give the fruit to Temperance and say, "Here's your chance to talk to the queen."
Yeah. But how do we get there now? Because, well,
I don't know.
Arletto sighs from the side and says, if I had to guess, the forest will take us there whether we like it or not after what we just did.
That is a fair assumption.
boy.
DM laughing is never a
I
good sign.
don't like
I want to, because I'm holding it in my hands. Temperance is just gonna be like looking at it, and I want to take a look at the sigil on it.
I don't like the soft DM chuckles.
They make me nervous.
Question, DM. Is the sigil a form of language?
No.
Damn it.
You were hoping you'd give him another reason to regret telling you to take Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Yes. Yes.
That is good representation, sister.
That's so.
Oh,
That is
Ooh.
complicated.
Nice.
It is complicated.
I will take picture of it and put it in the note takers channel for you.
I can
So
put
I
it there.
have one
There
more
you go.
question. Is that a map?
Who? What?
A map.
I mean, it looks like it, could be a path, but I don't think that that's what this is.
No. Map. M-A-P.
Above board, if that's a map, the Cheshire Cat drew it while high.
Above board. I just drew it.
Greetings, O Cheshire Cat, who is high.
Oh.
'Cause that is honestly what I'm seeing is a form of a map.
I think you're looking too deeply into it. I suspect it is supposed to be a heraldry of the ruler of the Autumn Court. And he sighs.
Fucking Faye.
Exactly!
Fucking Faye.
And with
They
that,
can go suck my.
we are going to end the session there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you guys for bearing through the technical
Yeah.
fun. That's the word I'm going to use. Fun that we had.
Yeah.
Here,
We will pick up here in 2 weeks. Same time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Same channel, obviously.
Nah, different channel.
Same time, same channel.
Night,
I'm
everybody.
hearkening.
Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.